Hello everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. We're playing a mono red deck today. It's probably going to be a strange one. Yeah, we have Goblin Blast Runner. He gets +2 to his power and menace as long as you sacrificed a permanent this turn. We want to pair that one up with Urbrass Forge if we can ever get another land. They're using counter spells. That could make this difficult. I may have to get rid of Pyre Spawn. He's just so expensive. I keep getting him very first in my hand all the time. It's starting to get old when Arena does that to you. It's just not random anymore. What do we want to do? They've got 2 mana available for another Make Disappear, don't they? So let's just attack. And let's try another Crackling Emergence. If they counter that, I'll be okay. I just want to get Urbrass Forge down. That's the key. They let me have the land. And a Haughty Djinn, complete with 1 island. Oh, they're not going to protect it. Never mind. Oh, well, that kind of changes things, doesn't it? Yes. Blast Runner doesn't pair well with the Forge because you don't sacrifice the token until the end step.
Don't feel bad when you lose. I'm quite a tough opponent. Much to consider.
You can go away now. Look at that. We take out the Planeswalker and they go away. Alright, another win for Tpull's Corner. Welcome everybody. This is Travis. And we are in Evergreen month, the month of June. Who declared it Evergreen month? I did! When I first started the YouTube channel. Just a little over 2 years ago. Joyful Sacrifice is the name of the deck. For Evergreen month we take, or every day of the month, so to speak. Not the entire month. There's not that many Evergreen terms, but there's Evergreen things like flying. Those are abilities. We've already made decks on all those. It's on a playlist. It's called the Evergreen playlist. You can find it on the YouTube channel. What we're doing now is we're going through, since we did flying and we did trample, we did that together with Death Touch. We did all of these different abilities. Now we're moving on to actions that are just part of the game. They're always going to be part of the game. They're always going to have some card, some ability, multiple, in every expansion. And today's word is sacrifice. And normally when people think of sacrifice, they tend to think of black. But red has a lot of sacrifice too. So let's go through them. We've got 4 copies of Cacophony Scamp. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it if you do proliferate. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. We have Goblin Blast Runner, has +2 and has menace as long as you sacrificed a permanent this turn. Now that, again, does not work well with Cacophony Scamp because you have to hit the player for Cacophony Scamp to sacrifice. What good does it do you to pump up +2 for the Goblin Blast Runner after combat's over? We have Simian Sling. Whenever Simian Sling or equipped creature becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending player. That's kind of cool. Crackling Emergence, enchant land you control. It becomes a 3/3 red spirit creature with haste. It's still a land. If the enchanted land would be destroyed, instead you sacrifice the enchantment aura, and the land gains indestructible until end of turn. 4 electrostatic infantries. This gives me my +1 counters. And if I have some +1 counters, then over here, when we sacrifice this and we proliferate, we can get more counters. 4 obliterating bolts to get rid of creatures and planeswalkers and get them into exile, because I don't like things coming out of the graveyard. 4 excavation explosions to do 3 damage to any target and create a tapped Power Stone token that gives us some extra artifacts. 2 professional face breakers. You get treasures when they hit with combat damage. They're 2/3 human warriors with menace, but they have a sacrifice aspect. They can sacrifice that treasure, exile the top of the card of the library, and play the card this turn. Urbrass Forge has a sacrifice token with it. Gets 1/1 on the first turn that you get it out. Then it creates a 2/1 creature, then a 3/1 creature, and so on and so forth. And you always sacrifice the token at the beginning of the end step. Voldaren Thrill Seeker. This is from March of the Machines. I have 2 of them, so I put 2 in. You sacrifice the creature. It deals damage equal to its power to any target. This is a nice little finisher if your opponent is low on life and you have another creature that's already on the battlefield that has enough power to take out the opponent with the last of their life. And all you need is 4 mana. 3 to bring down the Thrill Seeker and give it to the other creature. And 1 to sacrifice that creature because it gets that power. Alchemist Gambit. If we think we're going to win on the next turn, why wait? Just cast this spell and we get another combat phase because we get another turn and they don't. But we don't have any blue mana, so we need to be sure when we're going to use this card. Or we could be in for root supplies. 1 copy Hazardous Blast deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Creatures your opponents control can't block this turn. That's going to be compared up with this card probably if I can get through all of the opponents or all of the creatures that my opponent has lined up on their side of the board. But I've got enough creatures that I can do lethal. I can play this at the end of my 1 turn, and the beginning of my next turn I play this, and we're done. Involuntary Employment. Gain control of the target creature until end of turn, and we get to create a treasure token as well. There's not really a sacrifice trigger on that one, but, you know, what am I going to do? Flying Dragon Whelp, +1 until end of turn for every red mana you have. If it's activated 4 or more times this turn, you sacrifice the Dragon Whelp at the beginning of the next end step. And finally, Pyre Spawn. When it dies, it deals 3 damage to any target. Can you imagine if we give that thing backup as well? It's going to get two counters, so it'll become an 8/4. We sacrifice it, deals 8 plus the 3. That's 11 points of damage if we ever get that done. We have mostly 1, 2, and 3 drops. So we're at 2.2 mana average. I've got 21 lands instead of 24. So it does mean that we risk being a little shy on mana. But you know what? I get land starved so much with 24 land decks. I don't care anymore. I've got a low mana cost. I'm going to shave off some land. Arena punishes me without rhyme or reason. When I win, it'll punish me. If I lose 3 times in a row, the next round it'll still punish me. Why do I come back for all this punishment? Because I get to face off against Matt the Brat, that's why. Oh look, Pyre Spawn again. I'm so surprised. We'll see if this lasts. We'll see if I keep this in. We'll see if I ever get to 6 lands that I manage to get this card out. Really, Arena? Arena has no shame. Okay, Matt the Brat, let's get going. Chop, chop. Anyway, Sacrifice is an Evergreen, I guess you'd call it an action. It's been with the game almost since its inception. But it's one of those cards, it's one of those abilities that... Card and ability is wrong words. I just should get used to saying action. Did they find a mirror match for me already? When is the last time you saw a Cacophony Scamp? And as soon as we put it in our deck, we find it. That is just freaky. How many decks have there been out there with Cacophony Scamp in it, and I've never realized because I've never put together this deck before? I mean, you just get used to thinking with your experience on Arena that other people are not using these cards. As soon as you use one of the cards, you find somebody who's using the card. He managed to kill my land. Even though it had the enchantment on it and became indestructible. That's nice. So it not only found me a mirror match, it found me a mirror match with the card I'm using, and it found something to defeat the other card I'm using, all in one. That's impressive. This is a bot. Wizards just put this deck together just now because I won the first match. And now they want to show me. Oh, you want to use this card? We'll show you a deck that's better that uses this card. And this is why it has all these unnatural weights. It's processing. It's trying to figure out what other cards it needs. It hasn't finished making the deck yet. I don't want to use an obliterating bolt on a 1/1. Let's wait. Let's try and use some of these other cards. See, there's my lovely finisher combo. That would be cool. So it's counting on me having poison counters. That's what the proliferation is all about there. That. That's a mythic rare. How about we send the mythic rare into exile, shall we? I like they put the little monkey sound wave in there every time you summon the sling. Kind of running out of ammo here. See, it's got to be a robot. How many humans you know that take that long just to throw a land out on the field and to decide if they're going to attack or not? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what they got. I'm assuming they have something to save it. You okay? I guess not. There's no way I win this now. If this is a bot, then these cards can be anything. They'd just be black and red cards, whatever they feel they need at the moment. I'm not even going to be able to play a card. I mean, who wants to play the Thrill Seeker into this? The two colors that have the most removal, and the most instant removal. This would be invulnerable to a cut down because it would come out as a 3/3 with those counters on it. So there's that at least. Let's tell the robot, it's your turn. I don't think that'll matter. It's got a process. Bots don't think like normal humans do. It should have the card that makes it indestructible. That's what it should have. Still not going to use that yet. I'm close to getting my Pirate Spawn out. This is exciting. If I get the Pirate Spawn out this match, I'll keep it in the deck. I can get it out. Now, it'll probably die right away. I don't care. I'm keeping it in the deck. You can't stop it from coming out. And that means I get to deal 3 damage to you finally when you kill it. And again, why would a human pause here, really? All I'm doing is casting a creature. It's got to be a bot. So they lose 2 life from the removal spell, and then 3 more damage anyway. I'm not sure if that was worth it or not. I think all they have right now are additional removal spells. They took out 2 of their rats already. They gotta have 3 more scamps. I wonder how many more Sulfums they have. I could summon this, and I could sort of wait, right? I could wait till they play removal on it and then sacrifice it. Again, it's still my turn. Hello? I'm all tapped out. Hidetsugo commands all. Oh, that's going to be a nasty little 3/3 that comes out that gets to pump himself up. I need removal, like, real soon. I don't think I don't really have anything that cares about what's in my graveyard, so I don't mind if the graveyard gets exiled next chapter. Okay, that's good. That's what I need. Well, hang on. Do I just go ahead and put this down? Let's go ahead and put it down. Maybe it's a bot, but it's still being controlled by the wizard scheme that spies on my gameplay. Maybe there's like 3 or 4 of them and they're just arguing about what cards to put in the deck still. I mean, when's the last time you saw this card? I like this card. I've got a deck built around this card. It's got an alternate win scenario. But I can't remember the last time I faced an actual opponent that used it. Maybe it is a real person. Maybe it's like a 7-year-old and this is their very first game and they're reading every card for the first time. It is possible. But what's really going on is that I finally hit the record button. And as soon as I hit the record button, it puts me up against an opponent that has to rope me every single time Not just on their turn. Before my turn even ends, it's going to rope. They got another one? Why would you play the second one when I don't even have anything for Chapter 1 now? Oh, hello. It really does not like the small amount of stuff. They were expecting to come up against Swarm decks. Still have 1 mana open to sacrifice a Thrill Seeker if I need to. So does that mean the other card in your hand is a Path to Peril? If you had just enchantment sagas and sorceries and stuff this whole time, how have you been holding up the priority every time? Are you just on full control? It's a bot. It's got to be a bot. They don't even see machines don't bother with pets. That gives it away. Almost everybody has a pet. Oh, what a time for me to just... Did I mention I only have 21 lands in the deck? I'm almost even with my opponent, and that never happens. When I'm at 24, it's usually like 8 lands to 4. Or 10 to 5, or 12 to 6. That's usually how the ratio turns out. But oh, I cut down on the lands, and suddenly it decides it wants to give me all these lands. Yes, make sure to rope me every single turn. Multiple times in the turn. Ugh. At this rate, I'm going to die old in this chair. Before the match can even end. They're just trying to wait out my natural lifespan. That's all they're trying to do. I'm gonna go watch a movie. I'll be back later. Somebody let me know if they make another move. Activate this. Take you out. You can just double drown the infantry, I guess. Alright, now we're just top decking. See, now I can proliferate now. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, really? Alright, we're taking this. Do I want to sacrifice it? Yeah. Okay, I need to do 1 more damage to it somehow. Look at him go to town. Oh, look how fast they sped up. Is it removal? 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 Okay, so it was a human after all. You know why? Because they were so petty, they wouldn't let me go ahead and take them out. They tried to make sure that they could do as much damage as they could to my face and hit me, and then they quit in disgust. And I know it was a human because I won. And if it was a bot driven by wizards, they would have made sure that I lost. But man, was that excruciatingly slow. Alright, the next round can't possibly be that slow. We're looking good. They gave me a scamp. What is that? March of the Machines, huh? Aftermath? Let's see. When it enters the battlefield, I haven't seen this dinosaur before. You may pay green mana up to 3 times. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, you can choose up to that many things. Exile 4. Okay. Interesting. Oh no, you're one of those. Obliterating bolt, please. Now that's a fun time. Make the trade. Make the trade. There you go. First blood is mine. Woo! Second blood is mine. You're gonna have a real bloody nose. Oh, consuming blob. Well, I can only do this one at a time. I need another obliterating bolt. Excavation explosion is not going to do it. They have a second one? Oh, I can't win. I won 2 games in a row, and look what Magic did. It gave me all 4 spells in a row that are absolutely worthless against this card now. And I can't do a single thing. That was very elegant. Thank you, Wizards. You fooled us all. I thought the last opponent was a bot. You gave me a mirror match with another scamp, and then you found, because that deck didn't do it, you immediately found like the best possible deck to do things. Okay, so we'll just play this. And we lose. Thank you for playing Consuming Blob. Yes, Consuming Blob alone defeats this deck. Well, if you're not going to give me Obliterating Bolt. I've got 4 copies in the deck. You gave me 4 copies of the other spell. What are the odds that I get 4 copies of 1 instant, or 1 sorcery, in my first 10 cards? What are the odds? What are the odds that Arena would feed me the exact useless card 4 times in a row and give them 2 of their win cons in a row? 100% of the thing that beats me twice. 100% of the thing that makes me lose against the thing that beats me 4 times. Such a coincidence. I see more coincidences on this platform than any other game I have ever played in my entire life. We are now plumbing into the depths of absurdity. Ah, not just mono red. Oh, look, almost. Hey, look! It's a deck that has sacrifice triggers. Does that mean it's yet another mirror match? Take an Obliterating Bolt, please. Take action. Oh, they don't even wait for me to sacrifice something. I've got the sacrifice deck, you need to let me sacrifice something. See, the Wizards team's already gone away. They had fun with their 2 blobs in a row. And now they're taking a break. Every time they pummel me to within an inch of my life, they get to go get some coffee and donuts. We can get a good game or 2 in where we actually have a chance to win. And then it takes forever to find a new opponent. Because we won way too fast there. Okay, no blobs. No blobs, no blobs, no blobs. Just do mono black with their endless removal. Okay? We'll just do that. Like 26 removal spells in the deck. Let's face that. Or at least somebody who's around. Okay, I'm gonna go watch another movie. Somebody shout out. Seriously, Wizards, can I have a YouTube format? For people that are actually here and ready to play a battle? Hello, thank you for finally joining me. That looks like a bunch of 1/1s. Okay, let's see who can empty their deck faster. They were nice and said hello. Are you still there? You got a pet at least. Should be human there. Don't tell me I scared them away. Oh, there we go. We attack! If they've got a battle tactic, I like to get those out of the way early on. They don't seem to care about losing life just because they keep introducing creatures all over the place, and they'll just get all the life back. They attack with the flyer, huh? That's another reason why I use Obliterating Bolt, is Innistrad is still a thing, and you've got disturbed creatures, so that gets rid of the disturb cost. And we can go ahead and get through with this one, and this one, and this one. Why not? Bring it down. Hey, that's not fair. That only costs 2 to bring down. Okay, I'm through. Wait. Just those 3 for now. I could actually use one more land. Not another one. Look at all that life gain they got. Disgusting. They just don't care at all, do they? Do they think they can get me? Yeah, you block and I still do 2 points of damage. Oh, down to 1. That's lovely. If you have a farewell, you can, like... Oh, never mind. Just by all means get some life back. Make sure to hit me before you scoop. Like everybody else does. Yeah. Nobody lets me hit back. They just pop me in the jaw and then they run. Alright, let me take you in and show you the deck one more time. Joyful Sacrifice. Because goblins are not the brightest creature in the multiverse. Cacophony Scamp, you saw what the little combo was with Simian Sling. We increased their power. The slings give them +1/+1. If they get through, they deal the extra damage. If I feel like sacrificing them to do sacrificial damage, we can do it. If they get blocked, then we still get points of damage onto the opponent. We have the Goblin Blast Runner, which I'm not sure about. I might take them out for something else. There are ways for me to sacrifice some stuff. What I was hoping for is that somehow I could get these Crackling Emergence to be blocked in the middle of combat damage, maybe, and they would kick in. I don't know. I'm not sure if I thought those through all the way. The Electrostatic Infantry is a way to get the permanent +1 counters, so that way there's something that Scamp can actually proliferate if we want to. The Obliterating Bolts are just awesome. 4 damage takes care of most of what we come across, except for the normal Shieldreds and Phyrexian Obliterators and Blobs. The Excavation Explosions gives me the extra Artifact Power Stone type thing. The Professional Facebreaker didn't show up this time, but sacrificing the treasures to exile is a nice way to get through your deck a little bit. Urbrass Forge, the earlier this gets, the better it is, right? And Voldaren Thrillseeker is just an awesome kind of surprise type finisher a lot of the times. Hazardous Blast and Alchemist Gambit, someday I'm going to do that combo. And Dragon Whelp showed up. Just one little flyer. I don't know, it shouldn't work as well as it does, I don't think. I cobbled this together really fast, but it was just along the ideas of I wanted to demonstrate what you could do when you had things that would sacrifice at various stages of the game. You know, during combat, at the end of your turn, you know, on your whim, whenever you felt like, that type of thing. So I threw the whole... It's sort of like Sacrifice Goulash. That's probably what I should have named the deck. Is you have all sorts of different options for sacrificing different things at different points in the phases. And you put it all together, you mix it into a little stew, and it came out kind of good. But I'm interested to know what you think about this. So, as always, like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you use it at all. Or what would you put in besides Goblin Blast Runner? I think I could stand to change some out. Even if it's just to switch it back to get back to 24 lands. I'm not sure, but I'm open to suggestion. We'll leave it there. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.